But the champions in Chater Cup they are, and the field of 7 are dispatched. They're offhand racing, and it's very hard to pick them up in the early part of the race. Mr. Medici sent forward with Super Pistachio, and packing winners right there. He's holding his position on the rails. Bevan's got Viva Bataka at a distant fourth, and Super Saturn, King Dancer and Fat Choichiban will settle down at the tail of the field. As Matt Chadwick takes Super Pistachio to the front, Mosse sits up on Mr. Medici. Not sure if he'll get in for cover though. Packing winners a handy third. Viva Bataka's one off the fence, and Douglas White's going forward on Super Saturn. Super Saturn 3 wide at the first turn, just has Viva Bataka hemmed in a pocket as they go past the trainer stand, but White now takes hold on Super Saturn. He's looking to get it as King Dancer improves, and 3 lengths further back to Fat Choy Ichibana. Working to the back of the course, Super Pistachio in front, by a length to Mr. Medici. Packing winner third, Viva Bataka, right in the position he was when he won the QE2 Cup, fourth, 1 out, 1 back. Super Saturn was softened up in the early part, but White takes him back to get cover now on the outside of King Dancer, and 3 or 4 lengths further back to Fat Choichiban as they work down the back of the course. In driving rain, 1,300 metres out, Super Pistachio by 3/4 to Mr. Medici. Packing winner third on the inside of Viva Bataka. 2 after Super Saturn, then King Dancer, and 2.5 further back to Fat Choichiban at the tail of the field. They're working down the back, and Super Pistachio, who was just touched off in this year's Derby, a noted wet track performer abroad, and Super Pistachio makes the running from Mr. Medici in second. Backing winner still third from Viva Bataka. King Dance on the rails from Super Saturn, and 2 lengths last of all is Fat Choichiban as they work out of the back section of the course now. And Super Pistachio in front. There's been no change to the order. Super Pistachio by 3/4 to Mr. Medici. Packing winners had a soft run all of the way. Then Viva Bataka gunning for 4 wins in the Champions in Chater Cup. White gets going now on Super Saturn. King Dance at the inside of him, and Fat Choichiban's not going with him as they race up to the home turn now. Bevan makes his move on Viva Bataka. Super Pistachio turns the corner in front of Mr. Medici. Viva Bataka's cruising up into third. From packing winner, King Dancer runs on, and Super Saturn can't get through the conditions. It's Mr. Medici racing to the front with Viva Bataka going after him the outside. Back on the far side, Super Pistachio. Mr. Medici's revelling in the conditions. The old champ Viva Bataka can't get him. Super Pistachio keeps boxing on, but it's Gerard Mosse and Mr. Medici back to great form. Mr. Medici wins the Champions in Chater by a length to Super Pistachio. Viva Bataka third, then packing winner Fat Choichiban, King Dancer. Super Saturn's had a long season. He didn't get through the conditions last. Well, he's really bounced back, Mr. Medici. What you'd have to say have been 2 very disappointing performances by his high standards leading up to the race today. But under the conditions, he sat outside Super Pistachio, and he has trounced them. Mr. Medici, Super Pistachio, Viva Bataka, the placings in this year's Champions in Chater Cup. $89 and $26 for Mr. Medici. Number 5, Super Pistachio, 20. Number 1, Viva Bataka will pay 11. 2, 5.
He's got through it. Let's take a look at the patrol. Very hard to pick them up. I think we'll get limited vision here. But the interesting part about the first part of the race, keep an eye on Super Saturn, because Douglas White goes back and looks like he's going to take a sit behind Viva Bataka. Also going back Fat Choichiban and King Dancer, with Super Pistachio making the running. Travelling already well through the running was Mr. Medici. Well, that interesting part we don't see because we've been cut out. But in any case, Viva Bataka now stalking Mr. Medici. He's getting through the conditions really well. Look at Gerald Mosse. He's just sitting up at him nice and pretty. Hasn't gone for him yet. Pistachio back towards the inside. Now being asked for his effort. And Viva Bataka, he's only 3/4 of a length off Medici there. So that's all he's got to find when the sprint goes in. The sprint goes in, and if anything, Medici just pulls away from the rest of them. He goes on to win well. Out on his own with Super Pistachio, he ran a game race back to the inside. Just not even given an effort there today, Super Saturn, but in these conditions he never got through it, and Fat Choichiban and King Dancer never looked hope at any stage. But Mr. Medici, very happy. Jerome, I say, he nearly looks like he nearly fell off there. He was so excited. In these conditions, I'd be